Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do this reading for the group, the girl group G Idol, because it was on my list of pendant. I know that I think they are having a comeback today, so I had this reading prepared for them, but I fell asleep. Yesterday I was really tired because, as you know, we Sundays we have our lives, and I had a lot of fun with you guys, and then I spent time with my family, so it was a very busy day. So when it was like evening, like near nighttime, I fell asleep, and I just woke up today. So yes, I'm going to do this reading. I'm going to upload this now, and then later on the day I will also upload the first reading for the friendship series that we are starting this week. So yes, be patient please. So let's see the cards that the girls got. They got the Four of Wands, the Magician, the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the King of Swords. So these are very positive cards, actually. I think that this comeback is going to be very successful for them. It's going to be a moment to celebrate winnings, to celebrate a lot of things. I think that they they really put a lot of themselves into this comeback. You know, there's something about them reclaiming their power, or their what they have available as a group, and also their identity as a group. You know, I think that they are standing stronger. I feel like their energies right now, it feels like more focused. You know, probably in the past they were thinking like about the things that they lacked. You know, like, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this available for us. You know, like, oh, this is not going to happen for us. And now they are like, okay, yes, we got it. What we have is enough. Today we have options, possibilities. I also see resources, you know, and I think that it's not about, you know, material resources. It's more about what they can do or transform with their own talents. You know, because when I think about the magician, it's all about being the perfect entertainer. So somehow, if they are not having like not so much like material or financial support from the company, or there are a lot of things that are lacking, they are going to disguise that with professionalism. You know, with being professional, with being the talented people that they are. So they are going to uh, take the people's attention from what they do not have, and to focus more, to guide the audience to focus more on themselves as entertainers. You know, like, don't forget that I have potential. You know, don't forget that I have my talents. Don't forget why you are my fan, or why you are watching me, or why you love me. Don't forget that I shine on my own, that this group shines, that it doesn't matter if the conditions are not the best, you know, because I think that definitely these girls are doing their best they can, you know, and they are feeling very empowered, you know. And I know I don't like to use the word empowered, because it seems like it's everywhere and it's becoming a sort of cliche, but I think that in their case there are no regrets. You know, it's like, okay, we are celebrating that today we have each other, that today the group is what it is. So, you know, like there's no hurting here. You know, there's no like, oh, I wish things were different. No, today is today, and we have what we have, and it's enough. We are enough. We are strong enough. We are entertainers. We are artists, you know. So I think that also the audience should focus, or at least the people that follow them, should focus on appreciating the group's presence, and that the group is still working, and that the group is having this comeback. You know, because sometimes it doesn't matter how bad the artist wants to come back, or wants to have a comeback, or wants to release music. Sometimes the company, it doesn't feel the same, or they have other interests. So in this case, it's their show time. So I think that if you are a supporter, you should support them right now, and like, don't focus on, oh, I wish things were different, I wish the style was different, you know, like, don't complain. Just live the now, enjoy what you have with them. um, and also because I know that this happens a lot, especially when a member leaves a group, they all ask, "Oh, but what do they feel about this certain group, um, this certain member that left, or how does this member that left feels about the group?" And to be honest, guys, I'm reading for the group, and I don't see the member that left. And also, in the reading that I did for the member that left, I didn't see the group either. So, and this doesn't mean that they will cut connections and that they will not talk to each other. It means that right now, as I'm shuffling and reading for them, I'm reading for their identity as a group in the present, as I read for the other member as a potential individual in the, or individual artist or soloist in the future, or just individual. You know, their energies changed ever since they are no longer together. So if you ask me to read for today's group, of course that the ex-member is not going to show up here. At least it doesn't show up. And I think that it also it shows how healthy their relationship is, because there's a separation between the group as an entity and the relationships behind the scene. You know, because here we're talking about the group and the group's development. So it's about the effort of the people present in the group. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but I hope I am. And but what I do see is that there are two influential people here that, and I don't know if maybe this could be because these are kings, but they could be a representation of two influential members in the group, like two, probably a leader and someone that acts like a leader but is not a leader, but has a strong opinions and a strong voice in the group. So there's like this like there's this division. So I don't know if maybe there's a division within the group when it comes to, oh, I listen more to her, I listen to her more than what I listen to the other, or I follow her more than what the other one. There's a sense of division here. And since these are both represented by these very influential figures as the kings, I think that it has to do that there could be potentially some frictions in the group, you know, like, oh, I want to do things my way, or I want to guide the group to a certain, you know, to a certain way. And then there's the other that doesn't agree with what the other is doing. I sense that one of them is very influenced by their emotions, but by their emotional world. You know, probably is emotional person that follows their feelings. And then we have the other that is very intellectual, that is very good at talking, at communicating. You know, she has like fast, uh, uh, like intellectual processes are really fast for her, so she can be a bit opinionated. And I think that probably this is what causes the friction between this very emotional leader and the other one that wants to impose her opinions or words on others. But here there's no right or wrong. Like there's no right or wrong. There's no like, oh, this one is wrong and the other one is right. Here is a sense that probably in the past there weren't people actually, the members were more of listeners, like, okay, like they would listen to their leader more. And now they are divided, now they are like, okay, now one of them is speaking up or it's being more expressive about how she feels about what the way the group is being handled, and somehow she's stating her opinion. She's like, I think that this and this and this, and probably she's also talking about fairness, because when we think about a king of swords, we think about, what's fair for a group, like, like what like the need to, because there's a sense of, especially I feel it from this King of Cups, that this King of Cups, it's very emotional and it's somehow attached sentimentally to the concept of the group, or what the group should do, or that the group should follow. Because of the love and appreciation for the group, she feels like they should follow certain guidelines just because, just for love of the group. And then we have one member that is a bit like, not, that she doesn't agree that much with that mindset. For her, it's more about like, okay, yes, I belong to the group, I belong to this company, like I am faithful to my fans, I love my fans, but I have to be honest with myself and with others. So if there's something going on here that I think that is not fair, I have to say it. Like I have to do something about it. I cannot just sit here and accept every condition. Like they both have very strong mentalities, but they both also feel differently about certain things. So yes, they need to have a conversation. They probably will at some point, because there's they are very influential, both of them, and I don't see them like backing down. I don't see them like, like being like, okay, yes, I'm sorry. Like both of them right now in this state of the group right now, both of them are very stubborn, are being very like resistant to change their mind. It seems like they are very on the defensive about, okay, yes, I feel this way, and the other one is, oh, I opinionate this way. Um, but I think, that it has to do with all the things that they have gone through, all the changes, all the adaptation, all the moments of uncertainty, and I think that it has to do also, I don't know how old these girls are, but there's a sense of them actually like experiencing life and having different experiences in life. So somehow they are more mature and they are a bit more realistic, not only to what's going on in the industry when it comes to them, and what is going on with the group and what is going on with being a female idol. I think that it also has to do with seeing the reality of people, like starting to see, oh, okay, these people that I thought that they were my friends, actually they are not. Or these people that I thought they were my colleagues because we work in the same industry, they are fake, or they are not my friends, or they, relationships change and evolve in time. So these girls had been under a lot of pressure. They have a lot of, um, one of them has a lot of emotions, and she is feeling very emotional. It seems like she cannot control her emotions, but she wants to maintain the group together. This is her role. This is her intention, to keep going despite of everything. And then we have the other one that just cannot stop thinking about, like, we cannot be, we have to bring something different. We cannot keep following the same rules, because this is not going to end well for us. Because this opinionated person that is the King of Swords, is represented by the King of Swords, is someone that somehow has a logic in what she's saying. It's not that she is stating her opinion to confront or contradict or to argue with the King of Cups person. It's not to define someone's authority or way of thinking. It's more about, I think we are right now in a period where things are no longer the same. So we have to be honest. So we have to open our eyes. So we have to open our perception that we cannot do the things the way we used to. And we cannot also stay and be blindly loyal to things that no longer represent us. So probably this has to do with the company, because I think that one of them is really loyal to the company. And I think that I said this also when I read for G Idol last year, that I said that probably there's someone that either they're involved emotionally with someone of the company, or they do have very like a strong interest, like a strong involvement with the company. So they it's like they follow whatever the company says, even though they do know that the company is not a good management, but they stay loyal anyway. But then we have the other one that is a bit more of a confrontative person, that she's like, no, I'm going to question what the company is doing. I'm going to question their intentions. I don't trust them. Like, I want to do something different. I want to think outside the box. I want to, it's like, come on, look at what they done to us. Something like that, like like wanting to bring clarity and honesty to a situation that they cannot remain being optimistic about, in hopeful about, when actually the reality is that there are a lot of things that are unfair or had been unfair. So I think that this is a very interesting dynamic, and I think that this is something that the fans shouldn't worry about. And if I'm reading this because this is available on the tarot. This is what I see on the spread. But what I think is that this is not something that you are going to see manifest, or you are not going to see it display in front of your eyes. This is something very personal, that it has to do with the group dynamic, and it has to do also with roles of power. Somehow, like the groups always have one leader, but usually there's another person that also, with a different tactic or style, somehow is a sort of referent or is a sort of leader as well. So I think that the King of Swords person is here to somehow define, like to challenge the King of Cups person to think outside the box. Like, come on, let's not follow our feelings and emotions. It's like, come on, we have to be smarter. We have to use our intelligence. We have to, we have to, for us, for our sake, we cannot be still be like naive, sweet acceptance, and you know, and uh, and have like this very like blinded kind of loyalty, you know, where you don't question what the others are doing. You know, you should question. So I think that what these two people's dynamic is really interesting. And also I think that the King of Swords, whoever this King of Swords is, the one that is like presenting this point of view, very strong point of view. I think that she also grew a lot through the years. So if she's standing now in this role of King of Swords, it's because her experiences had taught her or guide her to today being standing so strong and so somehow authoritative, yes, but somehow she had become this very like a strong figure with such a strong and impactful voice and opinion, because she has experience now. You know, probably she went through a lot of experiences and a lot of she absorbed a lot of knowledge. So now she's like, I cannot be just a follower, you know, of whatever you say. I need to stand up and speak my truth as well. But like I mentioned, this what is here is, since we have the Two of Swords here, it's like this sort of like the two sides of a coin, you know, like you know, you need to see always both sides. And it's not about an argument about who is right. It's about presenting different points of view so the group can grow, so they can have uncomfortable discussions, or probably uncomfortable, like talking about the elephant in the room somehow, you know, because there's a level of not wanting to see the reality. Actually, this is what I'm seeing, you know, like there are some things that needs to be discussed. So I think that this is very healthy, and it's very uh, it shows their maturity, actually, that they are very intelligent and mature females, you know, that somehow their dynamic is changing, and it's sort of pushing them to be like come on, take over, you know, like the magician here, take over the control, take over the control of the group, take over the control of your destiny. You know, do not just be a follower, just take your power, own it. So yes, guys, this is all I have for her. I hope that you, for them, I'm sorry. All, I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you are a fan of them, I would appreciate your feedback, since I do not know much about them. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.